This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
REC Silicon of Moses Lake is under scrutiny after its decision to lay off about 100 workers last week.
Jeremy Kendall apologized Tuesday for setting the Sleepy Hollow fire in 2015, which burned 30 homes in the Wenatchee foothills.
The Moses Lake Freedom Fest returns Saturday and Sunday at McCarsh Park with live music, a car show, and one of the region's largest firework displays.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox hosted the Yakima Valley Pippins in their first game of 3 Monday night.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
REC Silicon of Moses Lake is under scrutiny after its decision to lay off about 100 workers last week. iFIBER 1 News approached the internationally renowned polysilicon manufacturer and asked why.
The Chinese polysilicon market has basically collapsed, and our sales have, for the most part, evaporated during the month of June.
But making the decision was anything but easy, feeling like it was forced into a corner due to the economic circumstances.
It's never an easy decision, and it's never a good day when you watch your friends go down the street, look for new employment. In this situation, I think we've done everything that we could to make sure that we could continue on and employ as many people as possible. But the simple fact is we've lost a lot of skilled people today, and it's going to affect our capability to continue running.
Workers who were laid off were mostly in production and a few in administration. The jobs slashed average about $30 an hour in pay. Right now, REC's lifeline is the Taiwanese market, its biggest customer right now. But cracking the Chinese market is paramount for a prosperous future.
You know, I think when you look at it and you say it's China's to blame, there are very few casualties that really care who fired the bullet. Our issue is that we can't access the market that needs our polysilicon. If we could get the average market prices or even below the average market prices and run at full capacity, our facility would be fine.
As far as what the future holds, May says much uncertainty remains.
I think that's another difficult question to answer. When you look at it, the biggest thing that we can say about the market is we don't know. There's a high degree of uncertainty of how the market's going to stabilize or how much product of our product it's going to be able to absorb. However, I can say that if it stays the way it is today, we'll be sitting here again.
I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
This is something I normally would never do. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for everything you lost. I'm sorry that this took place and did what it did to your lives. If I could take anything back, it's this. I'm so sorry.
39-year-old Jeremy Kendall apologized Tuesday for setting the Sleepy Hollow fire in 2015, which burned 30 homes in the Wenatchee foothills. After years confined to jail and to mental health care, Kendall pleaded guilty to first-degree arson and was sentenced to 27 months in custody. Kendall walked into the Chelan County Sheriff's Office in March 2016 and confessed to setting the blaze, which destroyed both homes in the foothills and fruit warehouses in the city's downtown core. At the time, Kendall said he did so under the influence of voices that were trying to control his body. Psychologists agreed that Kendall was living with a severe mental disorder, but they disagreed on the diagnosis or how to treat it. Last month, Judge Robert McSeveny ruled that Kendall had been restored to competency, and Kendall asked to plead guilty to starting the fire. Because he has no prior felony record, 27 months was the maximum possible sentence under state law, and Kendall has already spent more than that in jail, meaning he'll be released to begin supervision by the Department of Corrections.
I was somewhat shocked at the sentencing range for this offense, 20 to 27 months.
21 to 20.
21, I'm sorry. Are those the only alternatives in this case?
The only other alternative, Your Honor, would be to do a jury trial and have a jury determine whether there should be an exceptional sentence beyond the standard range.
Understood. So
Your
this
Honor,
is pretty much it under existing law.
I think this is it, Your Honor.
About 10 people who lost homes in the fire attended the hearing. Victims advocate Jim Huffman had helped counsel
I
them.
got to know these folks very well, and I really admire their strength and their courage. And most of the healing process was associated with them being able to once again empower themselves to have some control in their life, because all of that had essentially been taken away.
One of the survivors, Kristen Newberry, read a joint statement on behalf of the homeowners.
We ask the court to keep Mr. Kendall off the streets, or if he is to be sent out into the world again, we ask for a detailed explanation from the court on how law enforcement officers will monitor Mr. Kendall's behavior. How will they verify he is taking his medications he is supposed to take? How will they keep him away from dangerous situations and protect the community from a person we believe remains a serious threat to the public?
Kendall's attorney, Jeremy Ford, said Kendall's remorse over the crime is what caused him to confess, and he'll work with doctors and court officers to keep his mental illness in check. No one was killed in the Sleepy Hollow fire, but the property costs are likely $100 million or more, an amount Kendall can never repay. McSeveny warned him that keeping up with his medications and listening to his doctors is a priority.
This act here, although it might have been way beyond what you expected, but the fact is you caused it. You caused all the damage, you caused all the heartache and all the hurt and the pain. And so there's no way to make things whole.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The Moses Lake Freedom Fest returns Saturday and Sunday at McCarsh Park with live music, a car show, and one of the region's largest firework displays. The two-day festival kicks off with the Moses Lake Farmers Market from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday. Live music begins at noon with acts including Lake City Blues, Vision Seekers, Cruise Control, and the Jake Gill Band. The Cruise In Car and Bike Show runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the park. Other activities on Saturday include the Vintage and Artist Market, Food Truck Rodeo, and other family activities. The annual fireworks display, hosted by Western Display Fireworks, is set to begin about 10 p.m. The Moses Lake Farmers Market returns on Sunday, along with the Vintage Artist Market, Food Truck Rodeo, and the Freedom Fest Lowrider Style Car Show. Live music on Sunday goes from noon to 6 p.m. A complete schedule of activities can be found online at moseslakefreedomfest.com. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox hosted the Yakima Valley Pippins in their first game of 3 Monday night. After the bottom of the first inning, the game remained scoreless. Curtis Bayfus throwing 6 scoreless innings and Troy Stainbrook finalizing the game accounted for the Yakima Valley Pippins taking no runs for the night. With 1 out at the bottom of the first, Mason Marenko walked and Johnny Sage singled. With runners at first and second, Connor McCord singled to the left field, driving Marenko home. Other hits by Jacob Prater, Corey Meyer, and Jake Taylor would bring the Apple Sox 3 more runs home. With their second shutout in a row, the Apple Sox took the win 4-0.
Anytime we throw up 9-0, it's going to be a good day in terms of the win column. So great to see the guys compete in the first inning and push 4 across, and good defense and good pitching.
The series between the Sox and the Pippins continue Tuesday and Wednesday, June 3rd and 4th. First pitches are set for 7:05 p.m., and after the game on the 3rd, there will be a fireworks show. I'm Madison Meyer for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.